a great master. Not only because he's very kind, but he is always very willing to help anytime we need that. For instance, one day Cleopas twisted his hand. And Cleopas is a bit, how do you say, clumsy. And he tends to get on people's nerves. But not so with my master. He is always very patient with Cleopas. Anyway, one day after Cleopas, after walk, twisted his ankle, Cleopas came in, limping like this. My master said, Cleopas, what has happened to you? He said, I seem to have injured my foot. My master said this. He said, stop work right now. You go, get that taken care of. I will pay all cost. I want no further injury to come to you. That is his way. He is very kind and loving. Like I say, all of us agree that he is a great, great master. Like I say, I am the #1 servant of my master. I spend lots of time, lots and lots of time. In fact, I know my master very, very well because I spend lots of time with him and his family. Oh yes, he's got 2 sons that he absolutely loves. The oldest son's name is Strictness, and the younger son's name is Resistance. Now, these 2 sons, they might be from the same family, but let me tell you, they are very, very different. Now, Strictness, he spends lots of time with his father, but he seems to tolerate his father. It's as if he does not recognize how good his father really is. I have come to realize that what a person believes in their heart about another will ultimately work itself out. For Strictness, that moment came later on in his life. But for his younger brother, Resistance, that came like the suddenness of death. One day, Resistance came to his father and said this, Father, I am leaving home, and I want my share of the family's money. You will never see me again. It is like you are dead to me, and I am dead to you. As I said, my master is a very patient man. He's a very gracious man. He could have told his son, hit the road. He was not obligated to give the son 1 coin of the family's wealth. But he did not say that. No, instead, he pleaded with his son. He said, Resistance, please do not make this terrible decision. However, it did not take long before my master realized that his son's heart could not be changed. So he said, okay, I will give you your share of the family's wealth. You can imagine how sad my master felt. The thought of life without his son was almost too much for my master to bear. So, Resistance, he took the money, he packed his bags, and he walked away from his father and the life of love and care that he had always known in his home. Now, it was no surprise to me that Resistance was somewhat discontent because resistance always had a sense that he was missing out in life. He would often complain. He'd say, if I could just leave this family and this town, it is so boring. I know if I go somewhere else, then it would be exciting. I'm sick of this town and this family. So it was no surprise to me to hear that resistance not only left town, he left the country. He eventually landed at this country. He was very excited at first. Oh yes, he met lots of new friends who were just as eager as he was to misbehave. Oh, remember, his father gave him a lot. So it was a long time that he was misbehaving and spending his money on foolish things for himself and his new-found friends. However, his money started to run out, and his life began to spin one